All right, how's it going, guys? Lately, I've been feeling very alienated from collecting Pokemon cards. I've been feeling very distant. I haven't been really excited or motivated to make Pokemon card content like in the past, Just right now, it just feels very. I just don't feel like I belong in the hobby anymore. Um, Too many things have changed over the past couple, I don't know, 4 or 5 months. Um, they've changed so drastically that I've never really seen this while collecting for the past 10 years. I thought the pandemic was the worst I saw on people, but right now, this is like the most greedy the hobby has ever been. The hobby has been very greedy lately. And, not only that, there's also a lot of disingenuous opinions. There's a lot of disingenuous people. It doesn't feel really genuine or authentic of why people are collecting right now. It just feels very artificially inflated, very fake, very it just doesn't feel real, It doesn't feel like people are in it for the love of the game, you know. As of right now, um I just think that people are really making it seem like Pokemon cards is like something they need or to live, or if they don't have Pokemon cards, they're gonna die. It feels like that right now. It feels like it's a need. Pokemon card is a need to survive, when in reality it's not. At the end of the day, the core value of it is a kid's toy. But right now, it just feels like everyone and their mother needs Pokemon cards to sustain their body, and if they don't get any, they die. It kind of feels like that right now. And when I say greediness, overall, I feel like everyone, like a lot of the interactions I see online between the Pokemon community, card community, is that a lot of people are greedy. A lot of people are in it for the money. I just wish the people who are in it for the money just admit it. Like, hey, I'm in it for the money. I'm greedy. It's kind of in our human nature. Everyone has a bit of greed in them, but it just really, it kind of really just makes it look bad upon you if you just say, oh, um, I'm here because, cards are undervalued. There's money to, what was something that justifies them? What was it called? Supply and demand. Um, what's another thing these people use? It's another term. Just overall, you guys had it easy. Now everything's up where it should be. There's a lot of justification that the card prices that we have now are justified, that a lot of sealed product was undervalued, how a lot of cards shouldn't be worth $5, they should be worth $50 or $100. There's a lot of justification that these inflated prices are needed, but in reality, just admit, like, hey, I'm in it for the money, trying to make as much money as I can, dip out of here, and then go about my day. I really wish people were more straightforward about that than beating around the bush and just coming up with excuses or, explanations, or just making up reasons to why they're here and why things are how they are right now. Because I don't know who's paying $40 for, SIRs. Who's paying 50, 100, whatever. And I don't care about the artist or any of that debate. I think that's stupid. But in reality, I don't even know who's paying so much money for these illustrated rares that I'm just flabbergasted. As a new if you're someone new in the hobby and you think paying $40 for a card is justified, I kind of think you're in the hobby for the wrong reasons. With $40, you could buy like a ETB, $50, an illustrated worth that was worth like what, $5 2 or 3 months ago, and now going for $50. You can literally buy an ETB with that. But it's just people. I'm not telling people how to spend their money, but kind of think about what you're supporting, what you're buying. Because if you're paying $50 for the illustrated rare, you're kind of supporting these people, and you're kind of justifying, like, yeah, man, I agree. This card is worth $50, and that gives them a valid point and reason to maintain that price point. That's one thing that's kind of been bothering me too. I don't know. There's a lot of people that also like have these weird opinions about cards. Right now, Destined Rivals is coming up, and a lot of people, and the Japanese are revealing certain cards, SARs for the set. And about a week ago, when Ho-Ho was released, featuring Ethan from Heart Gold and Soul Silver, or Gold and Silver and Crystal, a lot of people didn't like it, and I thought it was a beautiful card. That's how I envisioned a Ho-Ho SAR or a Ho-Ho alt art to be. Like, that's my ideal point. It's beautiful, it's majestic. You have like one of the trainers from the Gold and Silver series, underneath it. It looks fantastic. But a lot of people were saying it's mid, and I was just scratching my head like, how is this mid? This is way better than the Lugia alt art. Lugia alt art looks trash. It doesn't look good. I think it's probably one of the worst looking alt arts, probably in the, I wouldn't say like worst. I mean, there are some contenders up there, but like it's not good. It just looks bad, in my opinion. It looks terrible. But yeah. And then, you know what happened this week? A lot of people are saying the Ho-Ho card is good now. Oh, I love the Ho-Ho card. Oh my god, it's so good. And it's just like these people who are just, trash talking the card when it first got revealed to now liking it is just crazy to me. Like, there's inconsistent opinions in the hobby right now that are really like hot and cold. It's like, stick to your original opinion. Don't switch up like crazy because a lot of people are doing it. A lot of people were trash talking the Cynthia's Garchomp SAR that got revealed, I think like 2 days ago or a day ago. And now all of a sudden people are saying it's mid, it's terrible. I think it's a beautiful card. I think it's a big upgrade from the Garchomp V Trainer Gallery card we got in Sword and Shield. Now, that card is also good, but I think this one just looks better. It reminds me of the anime. I'm sorry, I don't know the series name. I mean, of course it's Pokemon, but like, each one has its own series and stuff, where Ash fights Cynthia. It just reminds me of that scene when she sends out Garchomp. I think she sends out Garchomp against him. Or was it the one where she fights Iris? One of the two. I think she uses Garchomp, and it just reminds me of that, And I thought that was cool. I hope I'm getting it right. I think it's Iris and Ash Cynthia fights. I think. Okay, I don't know. But either or, I remember seeing it on Twitter and stuff. I'm sorry if I get that all mixed up, but it reminds me of Cynthia using her Garchomp. Okay, moving on. It's like those opinions are really bothering me because they're inconsistent. It's like, what happened to people just saying, okay, that's a good looking card, but my chase card is this. Now, if you say something like that, someone's gonna bash you and say it's kind of a trash card or whatever. Again, and then when they pull the card and they see the card's worth $300, they're like, oh my god, I changed my mind. I love this card. That's happening a lot in the hobby. I feel like a lot of cards are just because of the price tag. At first, when they get revealed, they get trash talked. Now, when you pull the card and it's worth like $300, $400, $500, you automatically love it. It just shows, like, to me, that just looks wrong. It's like, cool, you got money, but just appreciate the card for what it is. I mean, regardless if it has a price tag or not. I appreciate majority of the cards I pull, regardless if it's $1, $2, $3, $4, $5, whatever the price may be. I appreciate all of it because, I'm a big fan of Pokemon, regardless of the Pokemon. It's nice to see the concepts and the detail and the art behind it. Is it like Pokédex accurate? Is it lore accurate? Does it have a story? There's a lot of things that go into a Pokemon card when you pull it. So I really like that, and the ferocity of it. Is this Pokemon supposed to be fierce and it has like a nice wild background, or is it like a timid, calm Pokemon? Does it look like something you would do in the habitat in Pokemon? There's things like that I consider about Pokemon cards. And nowadays, a lot of people, as of current, just kind of view it as like, ooh, money equals good, no money equals bad. It's like kind of that linear thought process that really makes me feel disjointed, when pulling certain cards and appreciating certain cards and stuff. Another thing that's making me feel very alienated as well is the fact that a lot of people, before this boom happened, a lot of people were down to earth about the Pokemon, enjoying it, loving the hobby, excited for every set, just can't wait to get their hands on it. And now, every time I look, there's always a negative, stupid comment or just a downright doomer ass post of people just saying, oh, I can't wait to not find this set in shelves, or oh, I cannot wait to not open any packs, like, get out of here, bro. Like I know that that's gonna happen for most cases. It's like, but it's not like something you should just post every time. Like, every time a set gets revealed, every time a card gets revealed, whatever nowadays, or whenever new product gets shown, a lot of people just post the same doomer ass things, just saying that they're not gonna get the product, they're not gonna open any packs. It's like, bro, get over it. Move on. Like, if you can't get a hold of stuff, then just maybe this hobby isn't for you. I don't know. You don't gain anything from opening Pokemon cards. You don't gain anything from being a part of the Pokemon card community. There's other things you can do in life. If you feel like you enter this hobby, it's like, cool, I'm in this hobby because I like Pokemon. I'm in this hobby because I'm following trends. I'm in this hobby because I want to be a part of something. And if you can't get product, then think outside the box. Use innovation. I don't know, use your brain. Think of like, okay, how am I going to get stuff? A lot of people want to open the brand new, big, fancy sets with expensive cards and stuff. But there's other sets out there that you can also open and wish your luck on, You can also do online shopping. There's a lot of things you can do. But going around and saying, oh, I can't get a hold of this set, or I can't wait not to open it just seems stupid to me, You don't have to open the latest thing. If you're into the hobby and you want to open the latest things and stuff like that, maybe this hobby isn't for you. Maybe you should go touch grass or something. I don't know. It just, to me, generally, it's just all this negativity and just this doomer posting just looks redundant. It looks stupid. I just don't get it, Think outside the box. Use your brain. I kind of do that right now, as a collector. And that as someone who makes content off opening stuff, I feel like the most difficult challenge right now for me is getting a hold of product. But I do it with the best I can, I wait for opportunities. I'm in no rush to open this stuff, but I do like to plan ahead and think, okay, what's the best course I can do? Because I'm not supporting these outrageous prices. As much money as I make, I'm not doing that, and I feel like people should have that mentality. But a lot of people, I feel like, just don't care and they just pay it and then they just open it, and then when they don't get anything expensive or good, they just feel bad and regret it. Buyer's remorse is a real thing, and I feel like a lot of people in this hobby suffer from that. Like, a lot of new people I'm seeing are suffering from remorse buying, and it's kind of like, bro, you put yourself in this position, you can just wait, be patient, but instead you're dropping like $130, $150 on a $50 product. What do you expect? Yeah, you might get lucky and hit big, but like, come on now. You could have done something else with that money. I don't know, plan a trip to Japan, go do something cool. I don't know, treat yourself nicely or something else. But yeah, I just don't know. I feel like I don't have a genuine connection with anybody in this hobby right now. I feel like everyone's a bot. Everyone says the same things. Everyone is going crazy over like the same goddamn opinion. No one's thinking outside the box. No one has a differing opinion from other people. Everyone's like just following the leader. They're following the trend. They're like grifting in this hobby right now. Like, it's just, to me, it's just like, wow. And then another thing I also don't understand is that a lot of new collectors attack people for opening large amounts of product. They call them scalper and stuff like that. That's another thing I really don't like either. It's like, bro, I get that you're new in the hobby, but there's things called like sealed cases and stuff. You could get like a sealed case of ETBs, a sealed case of like 3-pack blisters, a sealed case of mini tins. There's a lot of things you can get, like a sealed case of sleeve boosters. And I remember seeing a lot of people attack people for opening those kinds of things. Like, you're a scalper, say something for the kids, yada yada yada. And it's just like, you can buy this stuff too. It's they're not scalping this. They're literally opening it and trying to hit the chase card or just making content out of it. And to me, it just looks very stupid, man. It's just like, why? I feel like a lot of people in this hobby also need to educate themselves in this hobby, man, because they just think anything that anyone does that doesn't align with their views in the hobby just looks terrible. And I think that's just causing more problems than good. It's like crazy. A lot of people also like to hate watch. A lot of people also like to sneak diss a lot of people too as well. I mean, that's nothing new, but like now it's getting more frequent, regardless of what you have or don't have. A lot of people are also cloud chase, fake giveaways and stuff like that. That's crazy. Like, why do a giveaway? I know giveaways bring traffic and make it look good and bring people to watch your content, but like, why fake one? You just throw everything away for just like what, a couple views and likes. It's crazy. But that's my little rant. That's how I'm feeling right now. I think I said everything I want to say. I don't think I have anything else, but I genuinely feel alienated from this hobby. I don't find it amusing anymore. The atmosphere has changed drastically. I don't feel like there's any genuine people in this hobby right now. Genuinely, I feel like that has a similar mindset or had a similar mindset prior to the big boom that happened recently. The pandemic was totally different. I feel like the pandemic was like easy mode. Right now, I feel like we're in like extremely hard mode with everything that's going on. And I'm gonna talk about what everything's going on in a later video, because there's like 4 big factors that are affecting this hobby right now. They're making it severely difficult to even collect or even buy stuff. And it's just kind of discouraging, like that greediness motivates all this, that it's like a constant cycle. And the only way this cycle could break, the only way this hobby could fix itself and go back to where it was, or at least steadily decline in a slow rate, is if one of these pieces breaks. One of these pieces just gets taken out. But it's going to require a lot of work, I think, or or some big trend has to happen. Some big shift has to happen where people migrate away from Pokemon cards and go on to the next big thing. Because a lot of people in this hobby, it's like, again, I'm not showing bias, I'm not throwing shade at any group of people, but sports card collectors, crypto bros, investors, a lot of people who you wouldn't think collect Pokemon cards are getting into this hobby, and they're really just doing, treating cards like an investment, as crypto, as a tangible asset or whatever. I don't even know if I used that word right, I apologize, but it's just looking to me like we're in it for the money. We want more money. We want to make things expensive. We want to raise our portfolios higher and make as much money as we can off of people who don't know what they're doing and stuff like that, But yeah, man, I hope you listen to my TED Talk and stuff. It's a lot of rambling, a lot of random thought process, but I generally feel like the hobby right now, it just doesn't make me feel right. But yeah, there you go. Peace.